Good late afternoon, and I'm IBX Toycat. Welcome back to another live stream. Today, I'm gonna be playing some Minecraft. You familiar with this game? Today, we'll be playing it because I have something fun that I really want to do. Because I have this huge project that I've been slowly working on. Yeah, you're probably vaguely familiar with it. And today we're going to be taking it a step further because Project Floatboat Operation Part 2 is happening. So here is me in my survivor world, in the Let's Play part of the world. We have quite some journey to go. We have about 3,000 blocks to go from here. And we can do the entire thing by firework, but best way to get this far is to go by, obviously, Nether. But yeah, we've got this huge floating island. We just about started it, and we just about started it last time in the last stream, in part 1. I think I linked it in the description, but I mean, like, you know, in a previous time, a time that was not now, or like, we can save it just like that for now. And yeah, it's going to be kind of fun. Okay, let's fly around her. And yeah, I'm looking forward to going ahead, trying this up again. So there's a portal somewhere around here. I always get lost thinking exactly where it is. I think it's probably just this one that will lead me to exactly where I need to be. So hello, hi, hello, hi. Oh, what? How did that just happen? Did a creeper blow up? Or what? Okay, you know. How about we just don't ask too many questions? As always, you ask too many questions, bad things start to happen. So I have a funny story about why the stream is late today. So it was like 7:30 or something, and I was so completely finished with like everything I need to do the day. And I played a bit of Scam, and I was like, you know, I think I'm going to take like, I've got half an hour till the stream starts. I don't want to start early, so what I'll do is I'll just like, you know, I'll take like a 10-minute rest my eyes, and also. Okay, you know, we don't need like blocks that let us up. I rested my eyes, and you know, any story that has like I rested my eyes in it never ends with like, oh yeah, and then I felt so well rested afterwards. You know, like that's just. Also, what is wrong with this? Like, how am I meant to? I've never like flown out of here evidently. Like it just. I need to make a big like pillar of blocks I can fly off of because this is like how am I meant to get out? Why am I so trapped? Okay, this should do. Let's go. Okay, no, that doesn't work. Okay, let's do this. We have to fly into the water, then out of the water, and just pray that it works. This is absurdly annoying. I just want to fly. But yeah, it's... So, fun fact, I was resting my eyes, and some bad things happened. So, did you get a haircut? This is not the first video I've had my hair cut in. But since my last live stream, I guess I have. And now there's that awkward thing where any videos I recorded before the haircut, like, I just have to, like, if I just wait, like, another few months, it'll look like, you know, perfectly, like, normal. So that's my plan. No face cam for a few months. Or, like, wait, no face... Yeah, no, that's the plan. Just don't do any face cam in the days around it. And then everything's just wonderful. So, if you guys remember the coordinates for the... for the coral reef, now's the best time to share them. I am absurdly lost and... I feel like it was near a big desert. I feel like... Okay, there we go. So yeah, Project Floatboat, this is what we have so far. I feel like it's looking pretty good. By the way, thank you very much, everyone who's complimenting the thing. But yeah, so I was resting my eyes, by the way. Let me finish that story finally. And what do you know? Then I wake up and I'm like, oh my god, how long has it been? Is it morning? And it's like, no, it's been 15 minutes. And I'm like, oh god, jeez, that was a close one. Might as well get, you know, like, because it's 15 minutes for the stream still. Clearly what I need to do is go back to sleep. And then I wake up again, and I'm like, ah, how long has it been? And fun fact, that time I woke up, and it was very much not the correct time. And I was like, well, clearly I've got to go delay the stream. And it's cool because, you know, no Toycat stream ever starts on time. No one was actually, like, expecting it to start. They were just like, oh, I wonder why it's, the time hasn't updated yet. And that is the beauty of the live stream system we've got going on. You know, it's not a Toycat stream if it's not a little bit delayed, and that's just kind of how it needs to do this. At least you got sleep. Exactly. You gotta take the good with the bad, the positive with the negative, the things that are good that are. Wait, I'm gonna try and work out as many ways to say good and bad as possible now. Gotta take the things with benefits with the things with downsides. You've gotta do the things you can do. And not do the things that you can't do. I'm going to run out of this real soon. So, yeah, for this actually, every single time I looked at I have to like, you know, like take a few evaluations of like how much snow to how much ice do I want on these islands. Also, so I'm thinking like half and half. So we went up from this layer right here. So this is what like, let's imagine a number, like 5 layers of packed ice. We want between 4 and 5 layers of snow on top of that. So we'll just kind of go around very slowly, mostly slowly in fact, because only the first layer should be going out at all, I would say. So like here, for instance, we'll go out a few blocks, but not many blocks, like just a couple really to make the island even more shapely, and the rest can just kind of follow the previous pattern we've got going on here. And then after a few blocks, we'll go off like a couple. Actually, we'll do the same over here, like throw a couple out there, and then we'll just okay. So there we go. Look at this, run around the whole thing, and now we've got like the island shape starting to form. It's wonderful, right? So yeah. Anyway, how is everyone doing this this wonderful? Again, I'm gonna call it late afternoon, the old 8 p.m. if you will. And by the way, took out what did you do with your conduit? It says Catherine Sort. It's still over at the icebergs because probably I'm gonna need more packed ice. So I figure like if I'm gonna need more packed ice, might as well be prepared for this. So yeah, now that we've gotten where we are already, we're gonna like slowly move the packed ice in, which seems weird that we went all this effort out, but we'll just have to trust it for now. So like every now and then, like here for instance, we'll just kind of come in a block. Actually, does this even make sense? I don't know if this does, but we'll just go in there and then end up over here roughly, because why not, right? You know, this is actually starting to get a little bit messy, but you know that's fine. Every now and then you gotta have a little bit of a mess. If you don't make a mess, then are you really having fun? And I don't know the ramifications of what I say sometimes. So, Toycat, can you crouch this time? Seems as a conspiracy if you pre-recording gameplay is more thriving than ever. I mean, all of these live streams are just very well pre-recorded, and these comments are very well guessed. Actually, do you ever consider, it's not that I pre-record the live streams and guess the comments. I'm sitting there in the chat right now, writing all these comments I'm responding to. That's why I never notice you, because you're not real. See, look, I'm only crouching right now because I guessed that comment would show up. See, it's impossible. There's no way for you to prove I'm real. I think actually the haircut probably like, it gives you a brief idea that at least some time has passed since the last stream I did. It doesn't say how much, but it says some amount of time has passed, which probably is reassuring in some way, I imagine. Anyway, I think we're just gonna like have this last snow layer go on top now, just kind of like round it out a little bit more. Have this final layer inwards on top of everything, and it should look nice and terraformed. Then I want to put like a dirt block down. I hope I brought some grass with me. Okay, I've got 16 grass. 1 per island gives us 16 lines worth of space. And then we're going to be all wonderful. By the way, Casey says, hello, sorry I'm late. At least I didn't miss the entire stream this time. That's true. See, this is why being late is a good thing. Then if everyone's late, then no one's late together. Hey, Toycat, have you ever come to France? I have actually been to France once, Mr. Holy Suck. By the way, very curious name, Holy Suck. Like, what is that name? But, I have been to France, well, I've been through France many a time, I should clarify. But I've only been into France the one time. I went to Lille. Is that even how you say it? You know, I went to Lille. I'm going to say it that way, and then if I'm not wrong, if I'm not right, then I'll just claim I was being sarcastic. By the way, I totally forgot about, like, scooping this up with me. Probably a good idea. So then we'll replace the gap where I just was, and then we'll shovel down a few blocks. So that way we can place this where we need to. Then we can also go to, like, this, a 9 block. Always check your elytra before doing a life or death saving maneuver, if you're not sure. And then we can remove the sand at the bottom. And boom, it'll look like we have a floating island. So again, already, even with the sand attached, it's looking pretty good, right? In fact, let's go to sleep. Let's probably sit. But yeah, I've been to Lille in Europe. It's in France, sorry. It's France. I can't say France correctly. I can't pronounce a lot of European names. In fact, a lot of like French names are different from English names. It's a complex thing. But yeah, I've been to Lille. It's in the northwest part. It's actually in something called like French Flanders, where they used to speak a little bit of Dutch. So it still feels more like the Netherlands than it does like France. So I've never been to the parts of France where they, well, I mean, they had lots of baguettes and stuff there, but like I've never been to a part of France where they like pretended, you know, like French things where they're like, bonjour. That's French. Very accurate recreation too. Literally flawless. You might wonder how I learned to speak French, and I've been doing it just for that one joke. By the way, hello Mass on YouTube. Good to see you in the stream. Okay, so now we've got that going. I think we want to work on our okay. Oh, got to get back up there. In fact, let's give it a quick view from the side. So first of all, chat, give me a quick rating between 5 and 10, with 5 being this is good and 10 being this is really good. See, I'm totally not waiting the system. Type just a single number in the chat between 5 and 10. You know, realistically, give me a number between 0 and 10. But if it's 0 through 5, then we got problems, right? Do you ever see like evaluation forms that are totally like only looking for positive feedback like that? What do you think of my island? Do you think it looks legit? Like, or do you think that it's a little bit bomb heavy though? I think we need a little bit more, like for future islands, because we're gonna be making a lot of them. We'll go a little bit more bottom heavy, I guess. But yeah, for now, let's grab the blue shulker box. We'll leave this on top here. Oh, I need to put a piece of grass on, because I feel like every island should have a little bit of, so we'll grab our thing again. Every island needs to have at least a little bit of tree on there. Oh, is that good? That's good. So we're going to take this out, we're going to put this down, and then later, we can obviously do something with this. But for now, it's the one grass block on the island. Oh, in fact, we should throw some snow on the top, some snow layers. Okay, so chat is gone 6, 6, 6, 7, 5, 7, 10, 8. That's solid. 10, 1,000. Those are some solid numbers. We gotta boost those up though. Okay, let's do this. So we got 100 and I can't times 64 by 3 and add 7 right now. What would that be like? 199? Very oddly specific number actually. Blue ice, and I have to use them in a really specific way. And I don't know how I'm even gonna do that actually. I guess I should have brought like a disposable block with me. I didn't though. So instead, what we'll do? Actually, I must have something disposable in here. Okay, one bit of oak. That's my disposable blocks for today. So we're gonna take some more oak, 9, and then we'll just keep chopping it as we go. And then what we're gonna do is we're gonna place a sideways, diagonally, boat away. So the basic idea is that we won't be able to. Okay, so we won't be able to fall, but we will be able to have a good time here. So yeah, while the wood is here, this is a really ineffective boat course. But as soon as we remove the oak, magic things start happening. Anyway, so by the way, thank you for all the numbers. By the way, I don't know what to take. Like, it's funny because usually when I do like a chat poll, which I like to do in the stream at least once or twice every now and then. Usually when I do a chat poll, it's like okay, now I know what you as a collective entity, because you know, like if we're being honest, like chat is like a collective entity as far as like any practical purposes are concerned. But in this case, I feel like everyone actually has their own opinion. This guy says there's too much water, and it's like, you know, it's either a really good joke or the problem with YouTube comments is once you read too many like genuinely insincere ones, you stop understanding jokes. Like I've lost my ability to comprehend jokes now because too many people have like like said something that's like you know, for instance, you know, like maybe reading YouTube comments will like drive you insane. In fact, I'm sure that's the case. But it's like you know, there'll be a video and like in the first 2 seconds I'm like, ha ha ha, that's a funny one, and people are like responding to the title anyway. It's like, this is now it seems like the YouTube comments are just like this. They're their own piece of social media removed from the video they're attached to. But also good to see you here, the gamer. Good to see you, Mass on YouTube. But one more time, as well as everyone else, welcome to the stream. Hope you're all doing just wonderful. I mean, like, in an ideal world, you'd be doing wonderful. I guess hope might be too strong, but you get what I'm saying. I would like to, you know, that's the problem with most pleasantries, right? Like, we have really strong words we use to describe really menial things. Like, you know, beautiful. Beautiful's like this really. Again, as I understand it, I'll clarify it. This is something like a French teacher told me once, and my French teachers suck because I don't know French beyond pretending I know French. Qu'est-ce que c'est? Je ne sais quoi. Yeah, one of them said that like beautiful is like this amazing expression of all the romantic power in your body, and we use it to be like, oh yeah, sand block is beautiful. Or like, oh, you see this piece of mutton right here? You see how it's like very slightly above not bad? That's beautiful. I know that's the problem with words, right? Like they lose meaning when you use them too much. And I feel like most people overuse most words. Anyway, we're getting far too far for this. Anyway, big thank you to Rossi Bossy the boss, Rossi Boy the boss. Sorry, you're not a bossy boss. I mean, it'd be pretty concerning if you were a bossy boss. But fortunately, Mr. Rossi Boy is not a boss. Well, no, he is a boss, but he's not a he's not a boss who is too bossy. He's the type of boss that you would hopefully like to have. And he says, any advice on starting a YouTube channel? It hasn't shown up actually on my screen, but he says that. You can see it in the chat. You see that weird, mildly blue piece of text? That's your boy, Rossi Boy. Yeah, your boy. It actually works because he's called Rossi Boy. But he's right in there. And he says, any advice for starting a YouTube channel? And the gamer, who's a sponsor, just asked the same thing right now. So, to answer your question, honestly, I am at a loss with YouTube a lot of times. But I mean, now especially, I feel like I'm especially uninclined to give the best advice. I feel like someone out there... The problem is, I have problems when I feel like, who is the best person to ask for advice? Is it someone who, like, maybe got lucky? Because, you know, you have no idea what luck versus skill is or whatever. Or is it just, like, to get the feel? So if you're asking because you just want to get, like, my general feel... Also, look at this. You see how wonderful this is? It seems like it doesn't work quite so well, but it does work. Oh, no, okay, well... Oh, no, I've got to get out. It's weird how it, like, genuinely sinks after a fall like that. That's a secret, I think. But yeah, I guess, depending on the level of advice you're actually looking for here, I'm going to say... Yeah, like, okay, so someone's... Okay, I'm going to read chat. Stay consistent. It's like, nowadays, YouTube doesn't reward that. Like, a lot of... I upload twice a day, and YouTube is really heavily disincentivizing that right now. You can see by the fact that the more you upload, the less any video gets or whatever, despite the opposite of that being true literally every other update in any other year. So yeah, what I would say is, honestly, if you want to do YouTube, if you want the best advice to be successful... no, so if you want the best advice to have fun with YouTube, we can get some more wood. Let's just find some trees to chop down, or some dirt to go. Yeah, let's go find some grass. But yeah, if you want the best advice to be happy with YouTube, to have fun with YouTube, because YouTube is a lot of fun, then just do what you want to do most. Make sure it's of a watchable quality. Like if you're not uploading in a watchable quality, honestly, you might as well not be uploading. You might as well just be pretending to record. And that sounds offensive. Like, I can't afford a capture card. Play on PC. You don't need capture cards there. Whereas if you want to be successful, then that same advice applies. Do something that you love. Do something that people will feel your passion for and care about. And then I would honestly say the best advice is try and work out a trend. So right now, for instance, in fact, you can see this with like the top echelon of YouTube. Do you remember how like for a while, like diss tracks were the thing, and every channel was trying to come up with a diss track? Do you remember that? I remember that. Do you remember how, in fact, you know, like now it's like documentaries are a thing, right? Like everyone's pretending. Every single time one video goes to like a whole new realm of YouTube, it becomes like a thing. In the Minecraft world, you know, make a video about, is it green Steve, white Steve? You know, pick a new color of Steve. Yellow Steve. Actually, that's probably racist. Don't pick yellow Steve. How about like maroon Steve? Be like, Maroon Steve comes and haunts you in your Minecraft game if people like the video, and make sure you share it to get more of that. When you're small, you have a real advantage on YouTube, which is that you can interact with every one of your subscribers. And a lot of YouTubers try to blow this, thinking like, I'm a small YouTuber, I'll act like a big YouTuber. No, the biggest downside to being a big YouTuber is you can give less time to every one person. Like, you know, okay, so right now there's 200-ish people watching, right? Hello, by the way. Hope you're having a wonderful stream. By the way, what special features do you think the PS5 will have? I guess you mean over the PS4. Honestly, I think this is going to be the least exciting generation for consoles. They need to innovate if they want to keep the consoles alive. But, yeah, the cool thing is there's like 200 people watching right now. Hello to each and every one of you. Even Mr. Angry Wolf. Oh, are you laughing at the guy who said notice me and his comment got timed out by Notebot? I saw that, by the way. Nightbot is a bot. It's funny. I still don't quite understand what diss tracks are and why they were popular. I think people love... There's this concept like that's just built into humans, right? Of drama, where people love. I don't mean like. There's a reason I'm saying the word love. This isn't like Beautiful, where we're like overdoing it. I think one of the feelings people love in their brain the most is the conflict, basically. Like one of the best ways to get people interested in anything is conflict. Do you know how online, if you ever read any news, it seems like the world is tearing itself apart on a daily basis. If you don't see that in the news, then I'm glad, because the world is not tearing itself apart. But the way you get people interested in something is you start a conflict. Instead of saying, I have this opinion, so let's pick a weird example. What do I dislike? In fact, chat, what do you dislike in the world most? Type right now, and I'm gonna start conflict, or give you an example of conflict with that thing. No matter how menial. In fact, try and pick a bad example. Say like cows, and I'll get you to pick a side on cows, and then I'll split you in half, and I'll start like a tribe warfare, and that's basically what drama is, where you divide people. Do I have my boat back? I do. We're gonna grab this thing and put it up on my islands, just because I feel like sleeping up there. Probably a good idea. I'm not sure why, but it seems like a good enough idea. Okay, tacos, sushi, hatred. Oh, how do I get people on the fence about hatred itself? Also, this is actually looking really cool. I thought this would look kind of weird. I actually do quite like it, though. People, just people. Global warming. Although that's hating global warming. Because, I mean, global warming is like, even though it's like a scientifically known fact, as soon as you can... That's how you get people on a side for something that shouldn't be a fact, right? I think it's one of the best. It's already proving a point. I just like the fact that I can't get noticed by Senpai, says Flaming Wolfie. If I am Senpai, then consider yourself noticed. Oh, look, this bed is perfect for this island. Sorry, this is too nice. Gravel, vegans, showers, staring. Honestly, Fortnite. Okay, let's get you on a slide about Fortnite, right? So to get you on the side of Fortnite, it's a lot easier because it's so wildly popular. You probably already like Fortnite in some way. But what if I said that hackers were DDoSing the Fortnite servers, and you know, because of the fact that you know, one of the Fortnite employees accidentally revealed that he was, you know, I don't know, gay on Twitter, like, you know, like just something really silly and small. What if I said that? You'd be like, man, those guys. And you know, they said like the only way that they'll take down the servers is if like the guy who founded Fortnite quit. You'd be like, no, I'm pro Fortnite. Like, what? I don't like the terrorists have got to him, or like the Fortnite terrorists. And you're in your head there. You're like, oh, that sucks. Or even better, because that's like a real thing has to happen. I write a news article and I say there is a lot of outrage that the Fortnite founder recently revealed that he eats chicken 7 times a week. As we all know, the correct amount of chicken to eat is 6. No, wait, I think you meant to eat chicken like twice a week, like according to, you know, like both health people and especially vegan people. You meant to eat 0 times a week. And it's like, there is huge outrage online. There's huge outrage about this, right? And then you're like, oh, really? There's outrage about that? That's such a silly thing to be outraged about, right? Like, who is outraged about that? And then you immediately like pick a side in this non-existent conflict. And then it goes a step further, where it's like, you know, once you've claimed there's an outrage, it doesn't have to exist. It just has to sound like it exists. Then you can start referencing that original article, that original show, that original video, and be like, there's so much drama there. And then people, this whole time, they're picking a side. Because some people, it's like, thank God, Fortnite, you know, you polarize people into different groups. It's really hard to get people who have minor disagreements to hate each other. So you have to make them have big disagreements. Like right now, okay, I'm going to try and do this, right? Like everyone who plays Minecraft, you play on Java Edition, or you play on Bedrock Edition, it's all the same, right? But the moment that they cancelled the Xbox One Edition in favor of Bedrock, everyone went crazy and they're like, you know, I love console. A lot of people, the same people, by the way, who criticized 4J at every turn, are like, this is my version of the game. I love this. And like, I love the game too. I was on that side. I was probably part of this polarization, right? But it works once there's some big reason to divide people into groups, and then like make one group better than the other group or one group more right. Anyway, there you go. Fun fact. Laurel Yanni conflict. Do you see that? That's like that's a good example. Like everyone knows it's stupid, but then as soon as people go, well, it's objectively, you know, it's clearly Laurel, and then people say, oh yeah, only smart people hear Laurel, and if your IQ is below 16, you hear Yanni, and you're like, oh, I'm on the smart people's side, am I? I know as soon as you realize it, you realize that's like so much of what goes on turns into that. So anyway, yeah, as you can see, this blue ice boataway is going pretty well so far, I would say. It's going to take us like a depressing amount of this, but the end result should be pretty good. Also, it's really fun to build. Like, maybe this is like saying something concerning about me, but I really love simple patterns in Minecraft, and this is kind of nice. So the gamer asked, how do you place the block like that without going on the side? So us superior Bedrock players, even though like I'm on Team Console if it's Team Console versus Team Bedrock, but as soon as it becomes Bedrock versus Java, I'm Team Bedrock all of a sudden. Us superior Bedrock players, what we can do is we can place a block just looking down like this. It's not a mod; it's a part of the game. It originated from the Pocket Edition, because if you're using a touchscreen, I don't know why my Switch is the touchscreen. You can't use the touchscreen on a Switch. Fun fact, the Nintendo stops you from using the touchscreen for games, like, in a non-optional way. But anyway, so as you can see, you can actually place in front of you, and it's designed for touchscreens, where crouching, going to the edge would be impossible. In fact, it came out before crouching existed for Minecraft Pocket Edition, and they've never removed it because it's such a handy feature. So chat, let me know right now, are you on Team Bedrock or Team Java? Make sure you pick the right team, by the way. By the way, what's your IQ, says the Gaming Guardian. Honestly, I'm of the opinion that, like, IQ, it's a good way to describe a concept we all know exists, but there's clearly no way to accurately measure it, or at least perfectly accurately. Because the idea is 100, so if you don't know, IQ is measured, 100 is normalized to be the median, it might just be the straight up average, the mean. But the Team Toy Cat, Team Bedrock, Team Java, Team Bedrock, Bedrock, Console. Oh, see, look at that. Then there's like, the craziest thing though, is every single faction has more factions inside of it. Again, you see this on the internet a bunch. I don't want to mention it because the moment you mention certain wars, it becomes a funny thing. But one of my favorite things is when people I disagree with each other. It's literally top 10 internet things of the world. And you see it a lot. Pretty much every big group starts to agree or disagree. And that's why it's so much easier to unite people against something than for something. Because everyone disagrees and... Oh, by the way, it's thunderstorming. I just realized I've got channeling. This is the perfect time or something. Let's do this. Let's do this. So it's not raining in the desert. At least it shouldn't be. Oh, it's not. Okay, we got this though. Let's do this. Wait, if you don't know, while it's thundering, if you use your channeling on something, it gets hit by lightning, like this, which is slightly fun. Like killing sheeps with that is great. But it means we can find a creeper. We can get some mob heads, and I would really like some creeper heads. I'm not even sure why I want creeper heads. I just kind of do, you know. Maybe I could get one for the museum as well. I mean, both a creeper head and a enchanted creeper. I probably won't get a shot creeper. So yeah, if you've never seen this before, just to justify what we're doing here, because it's like, it's really cool, but only if you follow like the weird bits of the Aquatic update. Oh, there we go. Look at that! I just turned a pig into this guy. So also, by the way, everyone's on Team Bedrock, right? But it's like, oh yeah, so Bedrock's like the compromise version, right? We play it because it's there. But I mean, there's always a special spot in your heart for console, right? Now we'll divide you into like Bedrock versus console, and then like once you divide people into Bedrock versus console, then it's like, I mean, us Xbox One and PlayStation 4 players and Switch players, I guess now. I mean, we're the correct players, right? Those guys are still playing on 360, and then the 360, the PS3, the PS Vita, etc. They're like, what the heck, you know, elitist, next gen, Emma Effers, is that how you say it? There's a clever way to abbreviate that one. But also, how am I not finding a single? I think that's the first donkey I've ever seen in this world, by the way. But not a single creeper. I guess we'd be going to a cave. In fact, does it work in caves? If it's thundering on the surface, would a cave even? That's a big question. It's a good question. So, yeah, no creepers. This is tragic. So then you can, you know, differentiate people, and it's like team 360 PS3 or team Xbox One, PlayStation 4, and then if you're really clever, you can go beyond that, right? Then you're like, oh yeah, just team Xbox One, like objective. In my opinion, the Xbox One should have been the best console this generation. I like it the most, but it's not the best. Whereas PS4 players, it used to be the most powerful console. Now the Xbox One X, incidentally, what I'm playing, is the most powerful console in the generation. So you can split people even further. And then once you do that, there are genuinely people that do this. So we're just talking about people who play Minecraft on their Xbox Ones, right? We've split a split into a split of a split. And then you can go one further and be like, clearly if you're playing on the X, you're a cool kid. And if you're playing on an S still, the 2015 console. You know, like you can endlessly hate other people, or like divide the group even further. It's the same for like, you know, Bedrock, right? Like Bedrock. Oh, jeez. Okay, should we just conclude we're not gonna find a creeper? What am I doing wrong? Am I looking? Whatever. You know, let's just conclude we're not. It's kind of sad because I was looking forward to finding one. Face reveal, says Chu Yashi Yashi. It's funny, every time I do a face cam video, some people are like, wow, this is a great face reveal. And it's like, I mean, I guess everything's a face reveal to someone. That's the beautiful thing about it. It could be daytime. You missed the cave. This is the problem with classifying people. Yeah, I mean, the truth is we only do it to define others. Like, we're very good at, as humans, creating in-groups and out-groups. And that, I mean, like, it used to be there were really good benefits to in-groups, out-groups, right? Because, like, if you're a tribe of people and you need to know who to trust and who not to trust, you probably can't trust the Romans. The Romans are going to come through your little village. They're going to kill you all. They're going to enslave you. And they're going to... Oh, geez. Oh, wow. Oh, God. This is actually quite cool. You know, you don't want to be enslaved by the Romans. Like, I feel like that's a pretty objective rule of history. So you need to know, like, okay, these are my friends. These are the good guys. These are the bad guys. And then you also need to, like, differentiate people. You know, like, there's historical reasons why we do it. But the fact that we can... Someone says they can't hear me. Oh, no, it isn't my issue. I was like, have I got my volume turned too up? Face cam is the best cam. Thank you, Kit Kats. Makes me feel a little bit nicer about it. Honestly, I don't actually see the value face cam adds to my videos. The reason I don't do it in my normal videos is because I'm genuinely... I think your face alienates more people than it makes like you. By the way, Shark Dragon 19 says, Toycat, my girlfriend has a crush on you. Shark Dragon 19, tell your girlfriend I have a crush on her too. Then she'll think, wow, he's a bit too forwards, and then she'll stop having a crush on me. Because that is a genuine, you know, we could talk about it like that sometime. It's one of the worst things. Like, I understand it, and I also think it's silly. But we'll talk about that a whole nother time. So I can't talk about how complicated girls are. Oh, it's the same guy who said his girlfriend had a crush on me. I'm sorry about your girlfriend. I'm sorry she's so complicated. I actually do have a recent girl story, right? So I started speaking to one of the girls that I had a crush on during high school. I want to be really careful with these words. You know, like there are times where you have to be careful, and we can talk about how the Bedrock guys or the console guys or the Xbox One guys or whichever tribe we're picking, we can do that a-okay. However, one thing that we can't do is, you know, we make one wrong comment here and it's all over, guys. So I'm going to be extra careful about this. But basically, well, we've got so much grass. I was speaking to a girl from my high school days, and she said something in there like that stuck out to me, because her comment was it was I'm gonna, again extra careful on this one. She said, like, why is it you know, I don't think I'm smart, I think you're smart. Why do you, why did you enjoy talking to me? Or something like that. It was, I'm not a smart person, so what? And first of all, that's such a complimentary thing to say. Like, I know a lot of people don't like this, but a part of me is like, it. Most people spend their whole life trying to seem the biggest and the most impressive. So when someone admits that they're not, it's like it's usually a genuine compliment. But yeah, it was basically like, I don't think I'm smart. So and I think that you are. So why do you enjoy talking to me? And I really found that to be a fascinating thing. Because it took a while for me to work out what the correct response is. Because there's a lot of questions that when you get asked them, you are definitely not meant to answer them honestly. Also, actually forgot that you stream. This project is pretty damn cool, says Meowian. I think so too. I'm glad you like it as well. Meowian. I like your name, by the way. Meowian. But a lot of questions, they're not designed to have a correct answer. If someone asks you, hey, do I look fat in this? We all universally know, right? Did you hear that? Was that me? Oh, I've got a new email tone apparently. But like you universally, you just like, oh yeah, no, you look wonderful. A lot of people when they're asking questions, it's not because they want to know the responses. And this is something I guess I need to realize more about YouTube. Like, people leave comments not because they want me to see them sometimes. They leave them. It's this weird meta game they're playing by themselves. And yeah, basically the response I actually gave though, because I don't think I'm too much smarter than the average person. I don't think I think it depends on what the average person in this group is. I said, first of all, like, I never, like, because, so I was honest about it. I was like, you're right. Like, I guess sometimes you do, like, get some stuff wrong or something. And, so I gave some honesty. Because I prefer to be honest and then hurt someone a little bit than to not be honest and hurt them in the long run. It's something I do. It's terrible. Most people don't like it that way, but because when most people say I'm really good with honesty, or like when most people say I like to be honest, what they really mean is like I like to be an absolute dick to people, an absolute jerk, an absolute whatever. Also, I'm totally out of blue ice. Like all of that whole 2-hour stream of collecting blue ice, it only makes a boat system this big, which is big still, but it's not as big as you'd expect. Interestingly. But yeah, so I try my best to be honest when I can. Side note, it's really weird how much faster the boat drops than you. I just want to mention that right now. But yeah, so I try to be honest. And then I also said something along the lines of like, well, the reasoning behind it is because no one dislikes people who aren't smart. No one dislikes stupid people. No one dislikes people like that, right? No one actively is thinking like, ho ho ho, their IQ is not smart enough to watch Rick and Morty, unless you're that one guy, that meme, because you have to have a very high IQ to understand the subtle Nietzschean jokes in that show, right? But no, no, I think most people don't dislike, most people don't dislike stupid people. What people dislike is when people. I think the biggest one is like when people talk about subjects they have no clue about, and by that I don't mean like they know things and they're wrong. I mean when they think, when they picked up one more like little thing about it and it's all wrong. So for instance, this is actually a mildly controversial one, but like, okay, there's something in the UK. So in every politics system, there's a lot of like simplifications. So for instance, there's like, there are taxes that aren't lining up with what they're doing. Like we have simplifications. It's a fine thing. And when someone has just clearly heard the name of something, let's say a tax, there's a famous one. Again, I don't want to say it, but there's a lot of taxes with famous names. You can probably think of one, and they're like, I really don't approve of this, and then they guess what the concept is based on the fact that they heard it once. And it's like, just don't claim you know anything about this thing that you clearly heard the name of once. Also, by the way, that's like, that can't be normal, right? That is not a good thing. So, fun fact, watch out for this up. Are those chunks going to fill in? Or are they going to be wrong forever? By the way, big thank you to Maddie Thompson for the $5 super chat. I don't know why it's not showing up on the stream today. I'm going to quickly make sure that it does. In the meantime, here's a third-person look at the crack and my island. Okay, so today, super chat. So Streamlabs doesn't think that anyone's super chatted yet today. Which is really weird, actually. It could be that the thing is broken. I've got 7 subscribers today, which is nice. So yeah, big thank you to Maddie Thompson for the $5 super chat. Here come the sun. Here comes the sun. I say it's all right. I assume that's a reference to a song that I'm just not familiar with. But thank you very much for the super chat. It seems a lot of people do that political stuff, not actually being informed, but guessing based on the name and trying to say stuff about it. Yeah, it's right, because, I mean, politics is always, like, the first thing in the nation. It's like, it's fine not to know things, you know? It's fine to ask questions. And then, like, you know, learn from people. Or even, okay, I know this is a stretch, but Google things. If you don't know something, you can Google it. There is this magic website, right? It's insane. You type in things, and it gives you knowledge about it. And the fact that so many people, the vast majority, by the way, but you also get it with, you sometimes get this in, like, again, it's like this, the version of this is like with the YouTube things. If it's like, if you're leaving a comment that is debunked by the first 5 seconds of the video, I can't have a conversation with you about something. If you assume that, like, okay, also, I think we have to go back to our previous place. By the way, big thank you, Oline5766 for the $10 super chat. I was really hoping it would show up on screen. I'm gonna, like, check if it's on my end. It isn't as far as I can tell. I can put a little jar here. Maybe it goes in there. Big thank you to Oline5766. Thank you. This is our first yellow donation in quite some time. So, Oline, really appreciate it, man. And I hope your day is going extra wonderful. You're not like everyone else. I hope your day is going good. He gets extra wonderful. You see, you use superlative. Is it a superlative? See, I could Google superlative, and then I would know what that word meant. I think it's valid here, but I'm not sure. And you know, you get my point here. Place a vote to a cat. The ice is your friend. I didn't even consider that's probably the best way to get around this, isn't it? See, I think I need to find some more blue ice. Oh, there we go. There's some blue ice literally there. And we want to find as much exposed blue ice as we can, because it's a lot easier to mine. And every iceberg biome, it's not meant to have these, but it should. By the way, you should say sponsors have an excellent day. Sponsors have overwhelmingly positive day. Yeah, no, the interesting thing about sponsoring is it is like, in terms of value for the person, I feel like it's a much better deal because you get recurring benefits. Like, I love the people at Super Chat 'cause they're just like, I just wanna very briefly give back. But I'm gonna make a suggestion. If you're out there, you're like, you know, I might give a Super Chat one day. You know, I'm considering doing it one time. A recommendation would be to sponsor, because in terms of like the benefits you get back, like on the one hand, I feel good that like this many people want a Super Chat where it's just pure, here you go, man, like the videos, here's something in return. But it's also like, I do like to give people selfish advice sometimes, even if it's like, again, it's probably better for my own interest to be like, hey, give you know, $10 or $20 once, and rather than, you know, give me $4 now and then $4 in a month. But yeah, no, I'd recommend, if you're considering ever super chatting, then the best way, or the best way to get value out of it is with the monthly thing, just because you get that green name, and that's everything in the world, right? Anyway, you can craft blue ice at pack size, says the Gas King. You can, but it's faster to mine blue ice directly. Like, if you see exposed blue ice, that is. Which I do. Fun fact, that's what I'm mining right now. Because you can... Don't we get more emojis than the more sponsors we have? Yeah, that's the best bit about it. I always forget to mention this, but we recently hit, like, a new emoji count. Like, I think we can have 7 emojis now, because we've got 20 sponsors on the channel. And I really, like... Again, I probably should mention it, but it's one of my favorite things about the sponsorship system. The more people that sponsor, the better everyone's sponsorship gets. I think more things in the world should be like that. Like, hey, here's a cool thing. If you do it, everyone else's cool thing gets better. Like, I think this is why people do donation matching, right? Where it's like, hey, I want to give 10,000 to charity, but if I find someone who's donation matching, I can give 20,000. Even though realistically they're just giving 10,000, you're giving 10,000. It feels like you're giving 20,000. At least that's how it feels to me. Or no matter how you do it, I guess. So we're going to go. Awesome stream, Toycat. Yeah, that's all good. Also, break regular ice. It takes 81 regular ice to make 1 blue ice. And you could probably mine that much ice in about the same time. Like, I'm not going to doubt that it's possible. But here's the catch. Here is the big catch. If you mine that much ice first, then you're going to waste 81 slots on your pickaxe. And a pickaxe has 1600, so we have unbreaking, of course, but still, that means that we've got about 80 ice? Yeah, we can get 80 ice, 80 blue ice that way before we have to repair. And the repair is going to be significantly more costly. It's the same thing with packed ice. Like, yeah, sometimes it's faster, but especially if you see blue ice already. Oh god. Just mine the blue ice, you know. Just pro tips of Toycat. Always mine the blue ice. Also, yeah, the longer you stay sponsored as well, you get a better icon. So if you look at Kit Kat's, for instance, the thing next to her. Oh, it says how long she's been a sponsor for. So if you, again, I try not to make the streams all about sponsoring. It's just like, you know, that is like a part of why I can dedicate more time to it. So I like to mention what the deal is. If you look on the icon next to Kit Kat's, it says how long she's been a sponsor, and because she's been a sponsor for more than 6 months, the cat is gold. And I love the tiny little things like that. I'll talk all about sponsorships sometime, but for now, we're gonna stay focused on blue ice and other magic, and polar bears apparently. Oh, this is a really dark biome. When can we get the Shades Gold Cat? Says Marimaniac. That's gonna be at a year, maybe. I think Kit Kats will actually be the first one to see what happens in a year. Could be the best thing in the world. Could be nothing. You have to have to wait and see on that one. So Karim Ghost says, when do you think the Super Duper Graphics shader comes out? So we actually learned some stuff about that recently, and I won't spoil it for you, but 2019. You get Damato Casita Cat. Damato Casita, still the silliest thing, right? Like the bottom of the bottom tier, like Minecraft memes. I still don't understand to this day the appeal behind it. But I mean, I guess like I'm not the target audience. Sometimes you just have to admit, like, you know, this wasn't aimed at me. I'm not meant to understand it. In the same way, if you know how like old people always complaining, like, oh, the young kids these days, they're always on their Google boxes, and no, I think the Google box is your TV. They're always on their iPads, because everything's an iPad for an old person. But you know, instead of going out and awkwardly speaking to each other and knocking on each other's doors and whatever the things used to be. But it's just like, you know, different people, different target markets. The phones and smartphones and tablets, etc. Not actually intent. Okay, let's see if we can go up this gap right here. We can. Okay, wonderful. You know, they're not. The target market is not the same people who yell at you for using them. And it's the same thing with us. I feel like sometimes you have to admit, like, you know, someone might be enjoying this. I doubt it because, you know, but like somewhere is getting something from this. So, speaking of someone getting something from something, high quality Toycat thing right there. I'd like to quickly mention the benefits of napping, I guess, actually. Like, quick little promo. I never finished my napping story earlier, but like, I spend so much of my day just like tired, exhausted, and I genuinely feel like the solution to that always has to be napping. Like also, by the way, okay, you know what, chat? Can you give me some barcode forehead? Is my forehead a barcode? Actually, yeah, I actually kind of see that because the black hairs come down. I can see that. Try and scan it. See what product I am. You know, barcodes are one of the most fascinatingly dull things in the world. Maybe that's why I didn't understand Distrex earlier. Haha, not the target audience. Right, that's the thing. Like, the target audience is people who follow YouTuber culture. Because now YouTube is the new like celebrity doom, right? Like, there are celebrities for old people, like age, you know, we'll say like age like 15 and above, but it's mostly people in their 20s. And then there are YouTube celebrities, which is for teenagers, tweenagers, and... Is tweenagers still a term people use, by the way? Like, I've never heard it. I think it's an Americanism. But I heard it in a South Park episode once, and I was like, that's a fun joke, right? And it was real. Also, you... I hate you, Mr. Polar Bear. What are you doing? What? You know, I'm just gonna mine this block. If you get in the way again, not gonna be pleased. Yeah, is teenager still a term? You got any thoughts on this? Scanner says item not found. But like, yeah, I feel like that's like YouTubers are like, they're now like the popular type of like culture, and therefore people love it when there's like feuds, because most of the time, most celebrities and most YouTubers do their own thing. That's how most people succeed in this world, right? There are some companies where that's not true, where you have to spend most of your time talking to other people. Yeah, but the most notable thing for most people is when their YouTuber does something with another YouTuber. And it used to be like all friendly collabs and stuff, but now it's turned into like... I think tweens is a term, but no one really says it much. They say tweens? Oh, tweens is a thing. Tweens is confirmed, guys. I've heard tween, but not tweenager. You know, I'll be honest, I don't think I've heard tweenager. I should have. Like, it's a cool term. Also, look how cool the way the blue ice moves there. I like it personally. So yeah, big fan of tweenagers. Oh no, wait, not a big fan of tweenagers. Tweenagers are a big fan of YouTubers, which is why when okay, so this is my favorite thing. A lot of people, my aunt is a teacher, and she teaches some form of primary school, like year 6 or I don't know the ages, but you know, like she's this is a funny one, right? So like some classes, either the whole class knows someone like Stampy, for instance, or they don't, and then the teacher can be like, hey, so here's my nephew with that person. Look, I'm relatable. I'm cool. I basically know them because this is someone I know that knows Stampy, you know. And it's kind of kind of amusing because like for a lot of people that is just the most public figure they can think of is a YouTuber. If you say you're a YouTuber to some people, it's like I know to me it's weird at least. But yeah, that's just how things are. By the way, big thank you to the Gold Hour sponsorship. Thank you so much for sponsoring the channel. You now have exclusive access to Toycat eating the pizza. And also, if you join discord.gg/Toycat, you get there. Oh, it's actually showing up for once. Oh, I can't whistle this early in the morning. Do 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 do. Your aunt uses your name for cool points, lol. She totally does. Like it's like she's like trying to like seem hip and relatable. Like, oh, I like IVX Toycat and yeah, and oh, more blue ice. But it's kind of just like this is how people used to be with celebrities. I had a teacher in year 5. She was from South Africa. She didn't sound South African. She sounded like, but she looked like, you know, let's not focus on what she looked like. But so I had a South African teacher, and she spoke like a little funny. And one of the, like she would tell stories every now and then that no one would care about, but like we'd all have to pretend to care about. And like one of the things she'd do constantly is be like, oh yeah, but I used to actually be friends with Sting. He was in my high school class. You know Sting. And by the way, I don't know who Sting is to this day. Every now and then he comes up and I'm like, oh, that's the dude my teacher claimed to be in school with. You know, actually, let's look it up. By the way, Hannah Viva sends in those pizza can emojis. See, I like this actually. And also, I don't know how many sponsors we have right now, 23 maybe. But that means we're now 2 off from having more sponsor emojis. It's kind of cool. Also, Foxcat Gaming says, what if a creeper blows up blue ice? I'm 99.99% sure you wouldn't get the block because you need Silk Touch to pick it up, as far as I'm aware. Again, I could be wrong. It's entirely possible. I've been wrong in the past. I'll be wrong in the future. And I've been wrong in the present. Wait, I'm not wrong in the present, I hope. I could be wrong in the present. That's how you round off that sentence. What do you think about future cave updates? Says Nicholas. So I'm not sure if I'm gonna make the video yet, but one of the ideas in my head is like explaining why the cave update is so needed. Because so the cave update, it's been a meme in our little, circle for a while now, right? But a post hit the front page of Reddit 3 days ago that was like, we need a cave update, here's why. And I was like, that's pretty cool. And then another 2 days later, another post hit the front page of Reddit saying, we need a cave update. And then I think a little bit after that, I think it's Ant Venom made a video. Again, I don't wanna put words in his mouth. But then a fairly big YouTuber makes a video as well. Again, all this like meme idea that we've just had for a while. And now it's starting to be like, we might just get a cave update. So I'm gonna make a video like add to the flame again. Cause like you know how I said, oh, I don't know where I don't know where to go. I'm lost. This way? Probably this way. Yeah, it's this way. I need to make like a big beacon or something. There's a good idea. Now you can steal another one of Jura's emotes. Exactly. Yes, I love stinging the police. Oh, that's where he's from. He's from the police. Oh, I know the police because it's the Roxanne. Roxanne. Da, 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 da. And the only lyric I know in that song is Roxanne, but it comes up 26 times. And I know this because this is okay. So you know how one of my favorite things in life is tricking people, doing that whole ha 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 thing. And so he's like, okay, here's a fun drinking game for you. You just you take a shot, you take a drink. Every single time the word Roxanne comes up in that song. And you're like, yeah, it comes up like, 5 times in the chorus or something. That's a stupid game. And he's like, I gave you a warning. And then of course, what happens is it's like, Roxanne. I think it's 26 times. It's some absurd amount. And then you finish with the song and you're like, well, that was 3 minutes of problem drinking. We must get the cave update. Oh, but Goldow left a comment. I didn't read it because I was distracted by the thing. You skipped a piece. Yeah, I need to go back for the blue eyes later. It's just my inventory's full, so I'm going to use it up on this stuff. So Goldow said, woohoo, finally doing my bit to support you. I'm such a noob. I didn't even know how to emote. Oh, I don't even know how to emote. So you can oh god. Okay, I've got to pay attention. Oh no, okay, come on. No. Okay, we're fine. But yeah, you can emote. So if you see the little, it's an emoji, it's like a smiley face emoji. You click that, and then you can see all of the emotes. You can also just type :toycat. Wait, :toycat, and then a capital P? Or is it a capital T for toycat? Yeah, no, it's just :toycat, and then like thinking pizza, etc. I just did one in the chat. And there you go. So, but if you want to do it the easy way, you can click on them. It's just if you have a keyboard, it's faster to click than tap. I guess it depends on how fast you can click and how fast you can tap. Hurricane the Seawing says, I'm a fan of your content and I legit just joined the stream. Welcome to the stream, Hurricane the Seawing. The streams are like a weird mix between like a podcast, a let's play, and a Q&A with a little bit of its own like magic. I like to call it magic. Sprinkle thrown in. I like it a lot. Also, your island is a tiny cloud with a giant stick impaling it. I can totally see that. The stick is so much bigger than the tiny cloud. It actually does look like a cloud now that I think about it. From this distance as well. Like, my bad. Probably should have worked on that. So, what are your thermos about the cave update they might have? See, yeah, like cave update. I don't want to say we came up with the idea because I probably could be wrong. But it has been something I've been saying for a while. Like, I'm okay to give up ownership of the cave update idea. As long as what it means in the end is we get the cave update. Because I love mining in Minecraft. But I never get to do it in videos. Because it literally, like, kills people. Like, of boredom. You know how in real life, you can never show people, like, a PowerPoint? It's called, like, death by PowerPoint, right? There's a well-known thing where if you show people a PowerPoint, they know, like, oh, this. Like, it could be an amazing PowerPoint. But, like, we've all learned what to associate PowerPoints with. I think it's called death by PowerPoint. Again, I'm no genius. I don't work at a large company with all that sort of stuff. But yeah, basically, it's the same thing with mining, where the moment you go underground, everyone's like, oh, this, seriously, we know what's gonna happen. You're gonna mine a bunch of stone, and then eventually you're gonna find some gold, And then later you'll find some diamonds. It used to be diamonds were this amazing thing. No one knew how to find them efficiently. And then literally, you know, like a year into the game, everybody knows it. Like a few weeks in, most people know it. And then years later, everyone knows it. I still want to make the how to find diamonds video. I'll get like destroyed in the comments of people being like, this is the oldest news in the world. In fact, wait, fun idea. So let me know if you want to see this. So I really like making Minecraft tutorials, but I feel like everyone knows already. So I was thinking, to be a bit more fun, an anti-Minecraft tutorial. Give bad Minecraft advice. So it could be a little bit of fun. I could be like, best way to find diamonds is to just, you know, find some coal ore and hope that it turns into, you know, like, give bad advice. Because I've said before that, like, bad advice is the best way to give good advice. Like, you know the guy who said earlier, like, my girlfriend has a crush on you, what do I do about that? You know, you assert dominance, you tell her I have a crush on her, and then it makes her back off. Teaches you the valuable lesson that for some reason some people not okay with being liked. And then you can deal with that information how you like. Lord Jessica. Wait, Jessica Clark says one of my teachers use PowerPoints. We'd unplug the projector. She never worked it out. She's just sitting there pressing enter the whole time. That's good. That's good. I wish I had that the ability to do that, or the courage. But yeah, we need to make a bigger island, a little bit higher up, I want to say. Yeah, we shouldn't really have one island. We should have like linked it into a second one. But we've done it now. We've made our bed, and now we're gonna lay in it. Which, for the record, like, not usually how all beds work, but we'll leave that as an aside for now. So first of all, we want to fill in the gap. Just pretend that was never there. Then we're going to break a couple of blocks in this direction. Again, we're going to put them back later. And then we're going to make a little pathway. We'll make that out of, like, something easy to destroy. And then every block we go, we destroy a little bit. And this is pro tip how you make islands in survival. It's just a little bit easier this way. We can just sacrifice some of these blocks. And then once we've gone far enough, we work on a second block. So we'll go a few blocks this way as well. It'll be fine. By the way, notes I can't assert dominance with the T-pose. I do not know what the T-pose is. I think it's... Is this another meme I missed? Honestly, after I discovered E was a meme, I've given up on even claiming I understand what the concept of a meme is. Like, that was rock bottom as far as I'm concerned. There is no meme distanding? I don't know. By the way, Tokat, since you're meme deficient, you know the T-pose meme. I do not. Like I said, I have to give up on all of them. Troll video, yes. When mining diamonds, make sure you use a wooden pickaxe. Cook coal in a furnace to make diamonds. Yeah, the trick is you gotta silk touch them, then you gotta put them in a furnace, and then you gotta leave them to mature a little bit because the diamonds are worth more when you do that. And I know, like I feel like it'd be a bit of fun. The teacher was so dumb she did not notice we put the clock forward 15 minutes. I'd like to believe it's a teacher that uses it as like plausible deniability, just to be like, oh no, it looks like the end of the lessons here. Guess you'll have to leave me alone now. How terrible. You know, that's what I picture at least. So we want to have an island that's wider than it is tall. Yeah, going this way too. So we'll have it end like that, and then we'll have it go this way a little bit for quite a bit actually. Then we'll have it come out over here, and then we'll end it like that. So there we go. This is our base for the island, and then we'll slowly expand up as we go out. So, Kat, would you go to North Korea? North Korea is... See, I'm really torn on this. I'm going to go to North Korea at some point in my life. I just know that as a fact. And I know also, it's almost certain at some point in my life, either North Korea will become a safe, friendly country to the outside world, or the world will have nuclear holocaust. Like, one of those two things in the next, 55 years of my life. So... Assuming that it's not nuclear holocaust, which, like everyone loves a good nuclear holocaust from time to time. It's, let's be honest, it's one of the better types of holocaust that's around. There aren't many fun types of holocaust, but nuclear holocaust, definitely up there. So yeah, like, assuming that does happen. Also, I keep playing Fortnite, but I'm convinced I don't like the game. It's a complicated relationship. I do that with so many games too, where I just play games because they're comfortable, not because I like them. That's why I played so much Fortnite. I was like, you know, I gotta get these daily challenges. Like, Fortnite has all the tactics of a cheap mobile game to lure you in, but it doesn't get called out because it's Fortnite. But anyway, so let me stay back to my point. So, assuming sending a I Heart Kim Jong-un shirt now, that would keep me safe in North Korea. So the thing is, you know how everyone knows North Korea is dangerous for foreigners? It's not really dangerous for foreigners. Most people who visit North Korea end up just fine if you follow the rules, because a lot of people who get like confiscated, they took posters away from the country and stuff like that. I know the case of Otto Warmbier, the guy who got like just beaten up, and like that's terrifying. That's why you should be scared of going to North Korea. But most people, even most Americans, never get beat up, and especially you got to bear in mind, North Korea has a beef with the US in particular. North Korea has no feelings about the UK. Like the UK and North Korea are the same as like I can't pick two things that don't have feelings about each other. Like me and the frozen bread in my freezer right now. Like, oh, it's in there, I guess. Haven't thought about it in a long time. Might use it to make toast one day. Whereas me and I know pizza, I'm thinking about pizza every day. I'm thinking like, you know, I wish I could cheat on someone with pizza. I think pizza would appreciate that. I'm thinking all day about how I can make pizza happen. But I'm not thinking about North Korea. Same, like, North Korea doesn't think about the UK. So, UK citizens, if you can get to North Korea, it's fine. Getting to North Korea is, like, really half the battle. But that's a whole other thing, right? Also, we want to be a little bit more subtle with these curves in and out. So, I'll start doing that now. Have this... Oh, that's a mistake. Whatever. It works. Go out here. Come back in. Go a little bit over the edge. And there we go. We got some magic. In fact, we should probably have that go... Yeah, that works. So then we're going to slowly keep on moving things out. I think we want to have this island be a bit higher up. So we'll have some more packed ice before the snow comes on top. And then some more snow on top as well. Also, how long if we do another collab? I like the one with green. Oh, I have a collab. I'm recording on Saturday. But I want to get it, like, edited by, like, my editor. Just, you know, like, make it extra fancy. I think I did that in my last collab too. I think it's just a good touch, like a good gesture, especially to the other person. So, sometime soon. No, so again, I like, so a lot of the YouTuber friends I have, they play Java. Oh, those Java playing, Rebel, no wait, not Rebels. We're the Rebels. They're the bad guys. Actually, are the Rebels, no, yeah, the Rebels are the good guys in Star Wars. So like, they're the Empire. Empire scum. The Imperial scum, that's what it is. There we go. So, I have a lot of friends who play Java. And I like slowly like introducing them a bit to Bedrock. That's what I did with Green last time, right? And again, this guy, again, I don't want to like say it because if it doesn't happen, then it's like everyone will assume it's his fault. But it's okay. You know, I'll just say his name is Jack. You might know him. If you don't know a Jack that plays Minecraft, then you don't know this guy. If you do know a Jack that plays Minecraft, because we actually met in real life. Oh god, oh god. We met in real life, and we had precisely like one conversation. I think I was at a sushi bar, and I was like, you know, I was like taking an absurd amount of sushi, and it's just like, oh hey man, heard about you from this, that. Just wanted to say nice to meet you. I shook his hand, and then we had like a little bit of another conversation another day. And then we've just, like, spoken over thing the whole time. Jack Frost Miner, Jack Films. You know, I didn't realize there were multiple people named Jack who played Minecraft. You know, also the last Green collab, you made play Windows 10. Yeah, exactly. Like, I like introducing people who don't play Java. Don't play Bedrock to the Bedrock version of the game. I think it's a fun thing to do, personally. Also, I keep messing this up in, like, a really serious way. So, yeah, we want to have, like, a lot of outward blocks, especially here. Like, just get a little bit of roundness going here. Then we'll bring it in slowly. Going a little bit diagonally. I'm having way too many extra blocks here, but again, that's fine. That's fine. Then go out an extra block. Then in, then out. Then in, then A few more blocks, then out. Okay, yeah, no, let's... that block needs to go. I'm going to lose it, but it's fine. It's kind of fun, like, making island-shaped things is kind of fun. You mean Jack Sucks at Life? Or Jack Films or Jack Frostminer. So I'll clarify, it's not Jack Frostminer. Jack from The Incredibles. You better believe it. Coming soon, April something. No, I don't want to say anymore. Jack from Humbug's Forever. He doesn't make Minecraft videos. I said Jack who makes Minecraft videos. I shouldn't have said that. I should not have said the name. No, because like the thing is when you're like when something's scheduled, you don't want to announce it because like I might not be in the country on Saturday. Actually, it's quite soon. But like, you know, maybe I have to reschedule. Maybe like his dog dies, or his girlfriend dies, or his girlfriend and his dog die on the same day, from the same coincidental. You know, like you don't know when this stuff's gonna happen. I think we can remove that safely. Yeah, we have to. I'm trying to find like efficiency blocks we can remove. So now we want to just like add a little another layer, mostly on this side, just kind of going up an extra block. Just make some of these blocks make some more sense. There we go. That's all wonderful. I think we can remove this block, right? Oh no, that is necessary. His dog killed his girlfriend. I don't know many people named Jack, but according to the chat, there's lots of different Jacks. Like Jack's one of those names where like when people say it, I'm just like, are you sure that's your real name? Or are you telling me that because you want to save my feelings and you really don't want to tell me your name? Like it's on the level of like John. I meet a John and it's like one of us has to admit that we've made a mistake here. Someone said the wrong name. Jack is awesome. I really want to watch The Incredibles 2, but they released it earlier in America than in Europe. And the reason makes me so genuinely angry, I refuse to watch the movie now. Because, like, we live in, you know, I know this is a meme, but we live in 2018, right? We live in the future. The literal future. And movie companies still think they can release a movie like a full month and a half earlier in America than in the UK. And like it, you know, but by itself, that's already ridiculous. Like any reason to do that is silly. You know, we have a by the way, my son's name is Lincoln Jack. It could be a collab with your son. You don't know for sure until the video comes out. Okay, so I'm gonna slowly move inwards a bit now, I guess. I probably should have done a little bit of that with the last layer. Yeah, that seems like a good enough idea. I'm gonna start moving. You know, I've kind of made a weird shape on this side here. I guess we'll have some stuff pop out. There we go. Yeah. And at the same time, have this go in a few blocks. But yeah, the OMG, I was just gonna type. Have you seen The Incredibles 2? I haven't, and it makes me angry that like we live. Again, we live in a world where like there are no oceans on the internet. Like this is a famous phrase, because there's not, right? Oceans exist physically, and if you need to ship a product to the UK, I can understand if it takes a week to get it here, or if you want to get 100 million into the UK, like with a new console or new, like I can understand why some things take physically longer to release in the UK. I'll give you a week to get your stuff here, maybe 2 weeks. You know, that's fine. But when it's a digital movie file that you didn't send to the UK because you just assumed they didn't maybe want it yet, that's the worst. And the reason they delayed The Incredibles in Europe, it was all of Europe, is because the FIFA World Cup, you maybe heard of it, it was going on, and they know that like Europeans care way more about football. Sorry, soccer. And they're just like, you know, people might not watch our movie because there's a World Cup going on. And it's like, what faith do you have in your movie if it's like, people might not watch a movie about superhero kids, by the way. Because that's, you know, that's what The Incredibles is. People might not watch our movie about these kids with superpowers because there is a sporting event going on. Like, it makes me like genuinely want to boycott the movie. Because like some idiot executive was sitting there thinking, really good idea. I'm glad you spotted I didn't know about the World Cup, but thank you for informing me that these European fellas, whatever European means, I'm glad they like it. America, home of the needlessly early pre-orders and burgers made of donuts. I love the idea of a burger made of a donut. You need to, you gotta hook me up one of those. Okay, so this is my second island. I still think we're going a little bit on the small side, by the way. Like, I think I'd prefer an island that was a bit bigger. Oh, no, this isn't good. How am I gonna get that up there? I guess we'll make a big stack of dirt. Because one of these islands I've got to live inside, make a house and all that sort of stuff. But I'm not sure which island yet. I don't watch soccer. I play soccer. Yeah. So soccer in America is having a big resurgence, as I understand it. And I want to say American women's soccer is like, I want to say they're like the best in the world. Maybe not by ranking, but they've won. I'm gonna check this just to make sure. I don't like to deliberately mislead. So you can look at my island. It's going pretty well so far, right? While I Google FIFA Women's World Cup. There was one in 2015, and it was won by the United States National Women's Soccer Team. Which, if I'd be willing to bet they probably won 2011 too. 2011 was won by Japan. See, it's weird because no one puts as much care into these. 2007 was won by Germany. And 2003 was won by... It doesn't say. Germany again. Okay, but... So the United States are the current world champions of female soccer. And the reason for that, it's... Americans know this better than me. But it's like... There's a law that states that male and female sports have to get the same funding. And because no one cares about soccer in America, so how many people care about women's soccer? So that, like, even though there's not much just for soccer alone, there's a lot that goes for women's soccer. And because of that, also I'm out of snow. Super Jedi player. Since people call it soccer and other people call it football, can we agree to call it bull leg throwing? I'm down with that. Bull leg throwing. Kick. Honestly, kickball. We can call it that too. I think as long. How about we agree? No one gets the name football. Everyone has to pick a new name at the same time. Now we all look official. Title 9 law. It's Title 9. I thought it was Title 9, but I got scared it was mixed up with There's a title that's related to the internet that the whole internet's always talking about. Title 5. Why are they called titles, by the way? That's like, do they have clickbait in them? Because Title 9 is not a catchy title. Let's look at what happened to your hair. I was actually assaulted by a hairdresser. They kidnapped me. They put me in a chair. They covered me with a sheet so they could hide the blood marks, and then they meticulously took off my hair piece by piece. It was quite traumatizing. So we've got 2 islands now. I honestly don't like the second one as much as I like the first one. I think with a couple of trees though, like I'll make some space for it actually. We place a okay. We'll place a tree here, and then a tree here. I reckon a couple of trees will save this. Yeah, I reckon that would do. So we'll now grab some grass. Because you gotta admit, like, these islands, they just look really plain. But that'd be kind of fun. I think title is a sub of a main law. Oh, it's like a title within a law. Right. See, now, there we go. Lessons of Toy Cat. You see, imagine if, like, I'd come out and said, so you know the reason it's called Title 9? It's because in the official rulebook from FIFA, if you scroll through the chapters, Chapter 9, the title is that law. And you'll get some people who will hear that, and they'll assume they instantly know it. And it's like, you can tell. That's what annoys me. That's like, sometimes, I think when you don't know something, you've got to tactically decide whether, like, sometimes you've got to blag. Sometimes you've got to pretend you know it. And sometimes, but that's a very rare percent of the time. Most of the time, you should either just admit, like, I don't know, looking into it and find more, or you just stay silent. Like, if someone asks, hey, what, like, if you're in a group of 5 people and one guy says to the other, what do you think about Title 9? Which, by the way, I don't care about this law in particular. Like, I'm sure it probably, like, is unpopular in America, but not my concern. But like, if someone asks someone else, what do you think about Titan 9? Don't butt in and say, oh, do you want to know a fun origin story? I really like Title 9 because it's also no, Article 13's the European Union Commission law or whatever. And again, it's not as much of a concern, because Europe's a fun thing to explain, right? See, that's the fun thing. We literally in Europe, literally 1%, maybe 2% of people understand the workings of like the supernation we live in. It's one of the wildest things. But like we still have huge debates about it anyway. We pretend everyone knows. So I'm gonna quickly take a drink. Hope that's okay, guys. I think these new streams where pre-recorded, it's already starting to look like the thumbnail. It says Repeated X Gaming. Oh, that'd be a really clever way to do it. Because yeah, if I pre-record the stream, then I could do the thumbnail after the fact and bring it back in. That's clever thinking. You ever consider maybe I don't know where these icebergs are. I thought they were at like 800 blocks. Maybe I've gone the wrong direction. Man, I don't know where anything is anymore. And I don't have enough fireworks to keep messing around. Okay, so it's definitely not this far back. It's further forward this way, I think. Oh, here we go. When the beacon loads in, we'll know it's the right place. So this is my place. This is where I'm mining the stuff at. It takes so much of my elytra energy to get from one of these places to the other. I think I should set up a nether portal here. That can't be too hard to do. Yeah, I'll find some lava on a map. Oh, no, there's no lava here. Ash cats don't like water. That means the commentator is live, but the stream is pre-recorded. Oh, that would be really clever, actually. I can prove it, I guess. Here's my controller. This is some really, really good pre-recording. Like, pick a direction, I guess. Pick some vague action. Like, press start and then go to the graphics options and turn your end distance down to 20. And then I'll do that. And then we can say for sure. I like to indulge these because I'm the type of person who would be a conspiracy theorist. Like, in my head, I'm such a skeptical person. If you tell me like a fact, my brain's immediately like, why are you telling me this? It's probably not true. But the thing is like, I'm so skeptical as a person. Like, I should be the sort of person who's like ripe for conspiracy theories. Like, oh, did you know they put frog? No, actually, I was gonna say like the things about the frogs being gay. They actually did make the frogs gay. But fun fact, look into it sometime. It's ridiculous. But like most conspiracy theories, I buy into a little bit, especially because like every now I buy into on the surface like, oh, what if this is a pre-recorded stream, right? And a fun fact, actually, by the way, is most people who believe one conspiracy theory believe several others. There are very few people who buy into one conspiracy theory. If you believe the moon landing was fake, you probably also believe that Princess Diana is still alive. Maybe she's on the moon, even. Like, you can believe, like, conflicting conspiracy theories. Because what conspiracy theories actually are is they're just preying on that part of your brain that doesn't trust people. Also, look into gay frogs sometime. It's a fun fact. But the funny thing is I'm so, like, skeptical. I'm skeptical of conspiracy theories. Like, why are people coming up with these? And when you look at the people who are into conspiracy theories, it makes you realize, like, that's not a type of person you want to associate yourself with. Most of the time, at least. And it's actually funny that I guess, like, I guess that's, like, if you're really, like, I like to speak to people who are, like, into conspiracy, because then you say, I reckon they want you to believe that. I reckon the 9/11 conspiracy theory, it's a thing they come up with to keep people busy. Yeah, you think about that, right? And it's like, oh man, it makes sense. 1/4 of all Americans believe some level of conspiracy. It's not true, but it's a widely said statistic, so I'll pretend it's true. Believe that 9/11 in some way was faked. However, also 2018, we can look into gay frogs sometime. We should make a whole video about gay frogs sometime, right? But like, there's like an absurd number of people who think 9/11 was a conspiracy. But if you believe it's a conspiracy, then you'll believe, for instance, that terrorism in the US is overblown. How many terror attacks are there really? Like, there's the big one, 9/11, and then not many beyond that. And therefore, there's a benefit to having people believe that 9/11 was fake. There's a genuine, provable benefit. And it's like, it's not like 9/11 was real, and the 9/11 conspiracy is real. But that you can see how, like, that's a thing, right? The government lodged these lies about, they set up all this, like, weird evidence after the fact to have people believe they did it themselves. Because it's actually true, you know, like, one of the most powerful things any country could do. Okay, you know, pro tips of Toy Cat. This is like, we're going off the deep end now. But, so let me try and actually convince you why 9/11 conspiracy theories are a conspiracy. Because, again, like, the most powerful thing any country could do. No government would ever do it because you'd have to sacrifice your electability. And that's, no government likes to do that. But the most powerful thing you could do, let's say 9/11-2 happens tomorrow, right? Like, there's a new World Trade Center that gets destroyed. The best thing they could do the moment that happens is come out and say, or like come out and like make it look like it's an accident, but prove that they did it. Like, even though, like, you know, Al-Qaeda's being there, like, we're claiming credit for this was us. Come out and be like, actually, if you look at these records, we're sorry, it was a rogue State Department employee. It was us, we did it. You know, because, like, the big problem with terrorism is the whole point it exists is to create fear, right? But if you say, by the way, that wasn't terrorism, we did that, we're just incompetent, everyone will be like, oh, okay, you don't have to be scared of terrorism. I guess you'd be more scared if you're in government. Actually, wait, that's clever, right? Get people scared of the government. So you can see how, like, 9/11 conspiracy theories, they're a conspiracy too. And yeah, you can dive into this too far. So okay, let's go back to this place. By the way, I think I missed like some specific things I should do in the chat. It's all fine. Who needs to know them? Everything's just an illusion by now. It's another Death Star. We can blow it up. I even though it's a Star Wars reference, I'll let it sit. I mean, we do have a strict no politics or Star Wars rule here, but just for you, we'll let that pass. Also, can we get the conduit power from here? We can. See, so here's the best thing to do: you get the conduit power from the water, then you come above the water, and then you use the super fast mining to mine blue ice much faster. Boom. That's just smarts right there. Yeah, getting blue ice is suspiciously hard compared to how you'd assume it would be. So pro tips of Toy Cat right there. Do anything else. Conspiracy theories on conspiracy theories. On conspiracy, you can do that as many layers deep as you want. The reason that there's a conspiracy of 9/11 conspiracies being a conspiracy is because they want to distract us from that first level conspiracy. If everyone's thinking about whether conspiracy is fake, then suddenly no one's thinking about 9/11, and boom. You know, like you can, you see what I mean? Like that's the reason you shouldn't be too skeptical of things. If you start ignoring evidence in your fear, then you know what are you doing at all? And the answer is not very much. Like you need to have some grounding point for everything that you do. Because if you don't have a grounding point, then you can float into the sky infinitely. So, also, yes, conspiracy theories on conspiracy theories. So, what is your favorite game besides Minecraft? It changes a lot, actually. I was playing Skyrim recently. Got bored of it today. I'm going to start playing some Dishonored. I'll be bored of it tomorrow, I'm sure. It's weird because there aren't any solid games that I consistently play as much as I've consistently played Minecraft. Like, I would have answered Fortnite, like, a few months ago. And now I would say that I'm not going to answer that. See, it's so much slower to mine this below the water, even with that, like, super power that we have right here. I think a pro tip... Oh, no. Darn you. I think a pro tip for this, really bizarre one right here. Grab the water bucket, put it, like, here, let's say. Then we can hop into the conduit, get the powers. Okay, this isn't a good idea. You know, I lied. This is terrible. I don't know what I was thinking. Yeah, we want to dive into the water. Wait till we get the conduit power. You know, it's not worth waiting the amount of time it takes. But it is a cool thing. Is Toy Cat an actual cat? I am, in fact, a cat mass on YouTube. So, what is your chair? It is a Vertigear chair. It is a chair made by a company called Vertigear. I believe they sponsored me, and they're like, put it in some live streams. And then after they sent me the chair, they're like, oh, you gotta do this now, and then do that. And I was like, we made an agreement. I just, like, my brother set up the whole thing, because he was like, oh yeah, I know these people, they can hook you up a chair. And like, I saw the emails. And then they're like, oh, what if you do this for us now? It's like, are you gonna try and guilt me? Because you know, there's two sides of all YouTube things. There's the side of like, also there should be a bed around here, no? Apparently not. But yeah, it's funny. Every big YouTuber show, I guess, has two major sides, and in this case, it's like there are YouTubers who exploit sponsors, and there are sponsors who exploit YouTubers. And it's weird, like, you know, it's a complex world when both exist at the same time. And a lot of people aren't too great with that. So what do you use to edit your videos? I use Premiere Pro CSCC or CC. I don't know what it's called, but I use Premiere. I like it personally. It's a pretty cool chair, says their channel. It's a really cool chair. Like I got it because it looks really cool. Like it has real comfortability problems. And I don't have enough space here. So like, okay, you know what? Chair talk. Let's do it. Let's go below the water to my conduit. But like, so it has a mode where I can like... So I can do my entire stream like this if I want to. But I have to go sideways because like the amount of space it takes... Wait, I'll like angle you down a bit. The amount of like space it requires to go this far out. Like it just hits the wall, you know. Side note, oh, is this streaming with Toy Cat? You like this? Top notch. Honestly, like if I could stream like this, I think I might. It is quite relaxing, honestly. Like sun lounging with Toy Cat, get stuff done. But then you can like instantly click it back, and then we're going. Let's go. But no, yeah, cool chair, cool configurability. But in my office, like. Is the chair gonna tip? No, that it's cleverly designed to have a lot of weight in the base. It was such a heavy box, such a heavy box. Like, I made the mistake of unpacking it downstairs as well, and then I had to like hand individually take everything up. It was a whole thing that happened there. See, we want to mine the whole thing before my conduit power goes away. Pro tip: make sure you do that. Then we're gonna grab all the prismarine that's just floating in the sky. Gonna need all of you because we don't need to come back to this place for some time. Oh, did you see that? My bubble meter came back because my wolf breathing came back at the right moment. That was a cool thing. So anyway, did you just break the conduit? Yeah, the goal is to take the conduit with me, and we're gonna move it to somewhere else because like I don't need to be here much longer. I don't want to be here in the dark, especially. It's scary in the dark. No one likes being in the dark. So we're going to take this box, which you can apparently break while it's closing. We're going to do a little bit more mining, because there's a few easy blocks to get. And then we're going to leave here, go to a different iceberg biome. Because just the amount of, like, the amount of my elytra durability it's wasting every time I come here, it's not worth the easy. Oh, there's a stray for the first time. They fixed the stray in this update. They gave it better clothing, apparently. And yeah, strays are the worst, for the record. You never see them in Minecraft, like, because there's no real benefit for strays. They're just kind of a thing. And like, unlike, you see zombies and husks, because like husks are, you know, deserts are really valuable, whereas snowy biomes not so much. It's just a weird observation. You really inspire me, Toy Cat. I love that you started YouTube and now you're at the point where you're in your own place and you're going to different countries. I think it's really admirable. Yeah, so to take a few seconds to just be proud of myself. I said this, I don't think most people like it, and I get why when you say positive things about yourself. So I'll be real quick on this. But like I'm always impressed when I remember it too. Like I'm living a life that 5 years ago Toy Cat couldn't have imagined. And it's all because of somewhere between luck, you know, like uploading at the right time, but also like the support from all the people who have all the people that have watched the channel. I think that's like cool that like we're in this thing together almost. It's not quite that way because, you know, obviously things be complex, yo. But yeah, I just wanna make a quick little mix between. Oh, I hate water so much. Quick little, just little thank you thing right there. It's cool. I find what I do in the world to be really cool personally, and yeah, I would be impressed with me if I saw me, and I'm glad that you are as well, Mr. Goldown. And thank you so much for helping to support and make that even bigger and better or whatever, like you did earlier this stream. So I won a game off Hunger Games on Xbox yesterday. I was so happy. By the way, Awesome Fossum says, we always see Catan on your table in vlogs. What other non-tech games do you like to play? Have you heard of Flux? There's so many good table games out there. I have a genuine problem, like, so one of the reasons I can travel so much is because I try to minimize expenses in anything that's like not YouTube related, I guess. So I can, or like travel or YouTube. But like, so like whenever I try to get good value from my life, I guess, like spend money, but like get you want to get outsized value from the money you spend. Like, pro tip, that's how you live a good life. And board games are so expensive for what they are. Catan was like $60-$70 like US and the UK, and then it's another that if you want the expansion. Then it's another that if you want to play 1 to 2 players. And every board game seems to think that they just have the right to charge 12 times what it costs to make. And I have issues like paying. Like, obviously, like, they're probably good games, but I need to try and, like, I've bought a game before, immediately just realized this is garbage, never played it before. And to make again, like, it's like US $60. £50 in the Queen's currency. But yeah, to make a decision that big and then realize, oh, yeah, I don't like it. I'm really, really cautious of playing table games. Because also, it's not even just like, if you don't like it. We started playing Dungeons and Dragons recently. And then it just fell apart. And it's like, all that effort, all that preparation, all goes to waste. Because like, you need to have a group of people that's enthusiastic. And most of the things I do in my life don't require a group. Actually, no, that's wrong. I do YouTube. If there's no group of people watching, I wither away and die. So not quite true. I don't like to say good things about myself. It seems rude somehow, says nerdy Sylveon girl. So I think, in general, you should be really selective about when you praise yourself. Because most people don't care, right? Like, right now, everyone just heard that. There's a few people, by the way. Thank you to Dead Channel, and thank you to... make sure if there's anyone else that I missed. Yeah, there's a couple of people, for instance, that are like, yeah, that's awesome, man. They're supportive about the whole thing. But most people are just like, did we need to hear that? Because, I mean, it's hearing someone... Conversation is this, like, thing where... I don't know. Complimenting yourself, praising yourself, saying the things you're proud of and the things you're happy with. You've got to be really, really selective with when you do it. Flux is a cheaper card game. I think you'd like it. Oh, it's a card game. I'm down to like play a bunch of card games. Like, I think there's a lot of fun in that. I'll give it a look. I have a friend who watches a bunch of like he watches TCGs or like no wait, he watches tabletop games. He might be familiar with it, so I'll ask him about it actually. I'm gonna make this iceberg flat just to confuse future me when I come back here. By the way, do you think they'll add the giant zombie back? I do not think that. Catan is a great game, though. Catan is such a good game. Like it has been worth it, but Catan is like the greatest. Or it's known as the greatest tabletop game. But yeah, so pro tip: if you want to be if you ever are... I don't know, like, if you have something that you're really proud of, wait till people ask you about it. Don't tell them about it. That's like, I think that's a rule I've learned in my life. Like, if you, no matter who it is, how much they care, you gotta try not to just sit there praising yourself. If they ask, answer. If they don't answer, I don't know, there's this funny thing where, like, some people, they try really hard to, like, lead the conversation, and that's kind of awkward too. It's like, because conversation should be this natural thing, where you both are just doing your thing. And when you lead it away from this mutual thing to, like, all about me, that's when I think a lot of people lose you, and you lose a lot of people. There you go, pro tips for Toy Cat. Life Advice Edition. So, now I'm going to get out of it. I'm going to fly back to the other island. I know the coordinates for it now. It's over at 400, and then... Okay, it's this direction. So we'll just fly a bunch into the sky, because it's a long journey. Then we'll fly down. Grab another drink. By the way, hello everyone who's joining and saying E. Either it's a raid, or the meme has just gotten that serious. All of the Toy Cat chat is filled with the E meme. Which I still don't get it. I looked it up very briefly. Also, I said I knew where this place was. I apparently lied. Okay, so it's this way? Is it 400 or minus 400? This is why you gotta mark coordinates on a map or something. Okay, so I know this biome right here. No, it's not this way. I have to check my stream from earlier, I guess. Maybe it's minus 400. Yeah, let's assume it's minus 400. There we go, there we go. So I only wasted like another 10% of my whole thing. But I'm here now. Oh, that's dangerous. So... By the way, all the E's in chat, hello, welcome to my E fellows. Again, I used to be really, really confused, I guess, about raids. But now I just accept that, that's fine, that's a part of the culture. And it's just a-okay. Just gotta be chill about it, I guess. How is Nightbot not catching the E-spam? I don't know what Nightbot's actually configured to do anymore. I set it up so long ago. Honestly, I'm impressed Nightbot even shows up. Like, I know it's a bot and all, but it's like if you don't, I don't know, text your, it's like if you didn't text a friend for 12 years, and then they show up at your birthday party uninvited, and you're like, I'd like you to be here. I'm glad we can catch up. But how did you know this was going on? I'm quite concerned for my safety. It's that kind of thing, Also, this is, like, really satisfying if you do it fast. Like, look at this. Oh, okay, can I do it fast enough? Okay, no, I can't. I tried so hard. I think it's good in Minecraft every now and then just to challenge yourself. See if you can do something a bit faster than you're otherwise doing it. Like, just train yourself to do the button sequence a bit faster. I'm making too many mistakes, so clearly I'm not cut out for this. But it's fun regardless. Have you tried playing Overwatch off camera, Toy Cat? I've had requests from quite a few people to play Overwatch with them. I remember, like, last 4J event I went to. I think it was Squishy. Someone was, like, trying to sell me really hard. Like, it's really fun. We play it every night. Your boy, this guy's there. This guy's there. That guy's there. We all have a lot of fun because none of us know how to play. And I was like, that sounds fun. But also, I don't know. It also doesn't sound fun. I do want to play Overwatch sometime. Like, but I just... Like, it's not free to play right now. And it clearly should be, because it's such a microtransaction-y game. But yeah, Nightbot is here, and so is KitKats. KitKats is like a human version of Nightbot. But with empathy. Or I think empathy. I guess we've never confirmed that KitKats can feel emotion. So, the only way to say for certain is you gotta do like a, okay, so if my mouth is in the colon O shape, then does that mean that I'm shocked? Or does that mean that I really would like a donut? But no, yeah, KitKats is like It's no bolt of empathy. I'm like 70% certain. We can assume that. I think most people have empathy, right? Like different people have different levels. I think it's quite a desirable trait too. I think being able to say you understand people. Side note on the Kit Kats thing, there's a bunch of new Kit Kat flavors, I believe, coming to the UK soon. I don't know where I learned that, so you know, you can take that as at literally less than take it with like several grains of salt. A whole bag filled with salt. But I have heard on the grapevine that Kit Kats, different flavors, are coming to the UK. Because you know in Japan they have like 16 trillion Kit Kat flavors. It's just a thing. I don't know why. But yeah, they're coming out in the UK. It's probably because of the Japan deal that was recently signed. I don't know. You tried so hard, but failed so hard. I'm guessing Kit Kats can feel emotions. Can Kit Kats, the physical chocolate, feel emotions? That's the secondary question to all of this. Because as we all know, Kit Kats is a physical embodiment of a Kit Kats. And like, because you know how the Kit Kats has those little folds in between them? And if you snap it in half the other way, you can feel the Kit Kat like verbally scolding you, you know? I imagine that's how it is with... Also, we're dropping a lot of blocks on the ground. Like, it's just a lot of collateral damage, I guess. However, this is going to be so fun to ride my boat all the way to the end of. So let's go back through, pick up all of this if we can. Yeah, we have to go, like, in a boat, pick all that stuff up. But for now... So this... We're somewhere near the end of the stream, so this is just about as long as this is probably going to get. Oh, I've got to be really careful with these fireworks. Look how long I've made this, just today, by the way. Like, can we give me some props? I probably should have bolted to one end than the other. So again, you got to be real careful with this. Oh, man. So yeah, as long as you're going perfectly straight, you go super fast. It's just really hard to go perfectly straight. So I'm gonna angle myself perfectly here. Like, head on. Oh, no! Okay, we're gonna hope that one firework is enough to get back up. If it's not, I'm, like, seriously screwed. Look how cool that looks. Like, I am proud of what we've done in today's stream, just because, like, it looks like that now. Kit Kat, you cannibal. She does, it's confirmed. She is literally a cannibal. A cannibal? Cannibal doesn't seem right to me. I think I must have... Semantic satiation. That's the one. I think that must have taken hold. Okay, so... If we can do this right, we only have one more try. We have to line up the boat perfectly. And then we're going to, like, just hold forwards. So we need to go a little bit to the right. A little bit to the left. Oh, no. Just... Okay. A little bit to the left again. Oh, no. This is really hard to line up. I think I need to make, like, some fence posts or something. But look how fast this can go. Oh, my gosh. Yeah, as soon as we go too far to the right or left, it, like, slows me down. Which is better than just falling off the edge, but... Okay, I can't do this. Even when it's going slow, it's still going a lot faster than most other transport methods. But when you're going good, you're going really good. You know, like, you can see the speed there. Okay, I'm going to try this on the... Oh, no. Okay. Well, I guess not. So now I have no more fireworks. I can't get back up. But I have made... And also, I think I need to, like, do some form of coordination there. Oh, no, the chunks have unloaded in front of me. So, yeah, we've got a glitch in my Minecraft world. But I think that's cool. Like, I'm proud of what we did today. I think it's going to take some more doing, so maybe I should have, like, a Let's Play episode for it or something. Or maybe we should do another stream in the future. Wait, chat, quickly. Can't you just add railings? The problem is the railings wouldn't fix the problem of having, like, that perfect straightness. They'd make it safer, like you wouldn't fall off as much. But I need to, like... I guess I just need to add more blue ice eventually. Or wait, I'll have packed ice on the sides. And then that way, there's like a fast lane and there's like slow lanes. That's the plan here. Anyway, thank you very much for watching today's live stream. Let me know what you think. Do you like this? Do you want to see it in a Let's Play? Do you want to see it in a live stream? Should we do it again in like a couple of days, on Saturday, on Sunday or something? Let me know. Hit me up in the chat. But for now, thank you very much for watching. I had a great time today. I hope you did as well. Like this stream if you did like it. Share if you really liked it. Thank you so much to Mr. Gold Owl for giving the thing. Giving the sponsorship today. I also, like, just after he sponsored, Hannah Vibert showed up again. I'm like, oh, yeah. The silent sponsor. Thank you to everyone else who is both here in the chat. And also all the silent people that I forget until you show up. But, you know, thank you all of you. Really appreciate the love, the affection, the dove, and the... You know, I should have ended 10 seconds ago. Goodbye.